Now, open up a terminal. And if you just boot up your machine, DB2 is probably not started. So, well, first I like to use a bash shell. And then DB2 is probably not started, so you probably want to start it off. You can check what databases you have created by using the db2 list db directory command. And I have ICS 321A database created, so that's what I'm going to use. And the first thing you do is to connect to it. And you can also see what tables are in the database using db2 list tables command. At this point, there are no tables. So what I'd like to do is to create the tables that are in your assignment 2 and show you how to load the data into it. So I've downloaded the zip file in downloads. I'm going to unzip it. And you should see that there is a create table script that I could run. And that's what I'm going to run first to create the tables. And you can use this command to run the scripts. And all the tables are created successfully. Now if you do a list tables again, you should see those tables. Note that each table is associated with a schema name, and to fully qualify the table name, you need the schema name with a dot and then the table name. By default, the schema name is your logon ID. In this case, I logged on as db2ins1, so the default schema name is db2ins1. So if I omit the schema name in the table specification, then by default you'll be db2ins1. Okay, now we're ready to load some data. Note that the data is in comma separated file format. Now we have already seen that we could insert individual tuples. If you have CSV files, you can load them using a load command. Okay. And you can do it in this way. Load from the file that I have. Hang on. Oh yes, I have that. The file that I have is load from PCE func09.csv of delimited del insert into PCE func. And this shows that the load was successful. 72 tuples were loaded. And we can do the same thing for the PCE prod table. And also the same thing for just the prod hierarchy table. And you can now query some of these tables. And if you have error codes like that, you can look them up by doing you look at the SQL state is SQL 0668N. You can even copy this, and then go into the DB2 shell, do a question mark, and then paste it. Okay, not quite. Let's do SQL 0668, and this gives you the error message, and the reason code we had was 1, and this is saying that the set integrity statement needs to be executed because we had foreign key references and those have not been verified. So what you need to do is to do an integrity check by using this command. And now I think you should be allowed to query the table. So everything is there. You can do the same query for func. That's what the table looks like. You can do also prod. You could also do, if you just want to fetch the first 3 rows, for example, this is what it looks like. Okay, you could also just count the number of tuples using count, and so on. Now you can also put your queries in a file. For that you need to know how to use an editor. So I would recommend Pico, which is a very simple editor that probably you don't need much learning to be able to use it. So let's say I'm going to write a query Q1. I'll write Pico SQL1, hit return. I will type my query in here, select, let's see, max of PCE from PCE product, and that's the end of my query. I can terminate the statement with a semicolon. Says Control X to exit, so let's hit Control X. Save modified buffer, yes. Write it to q1.sql, hit enter, and now q1.sql is there. Okay, you can look at it using less, and you see that's a statement. Now you can execute it using db2 minus tvf q1.sql, and it should run. Now on the submission machine, you're going to need to have a fully qualified name. For that, you need to prefix it with db2ins1 because those tables were created using db2ins1. Save it again, and this should still work because you have the right permissions to query it. Okay, so now you're ready to write queries or any other SQL commands. Okay, you can also try doing inserts, delete, and updates on these tables as well. And when you're done, you just exit and shut down the system.